Hey guys, Ballatw, and it's Tuesday. That means we've got viewer submissions on deck. I have gotten a lot of submissions over the last couple of days. All the information on how to submit is in the description below, and also in my Discord, which will be where the link is below anyways. I picked about 6 VODs. Hopefully we can get to all 6 today, but I was a little late starting, so we might end up not getting through all 6. But unfortunately, that's the way of life. So I think we can just get started. We have, who is up first? We have Just Ice and his duo. So this is a zombie replay, which is not bad. I'm perfectly happy to review some zombie scrims, even though zombie scrims suck, but that's what we got right now, so we just got to deal with it. All right, as usual, we're looking at this from a critical point of view, so we're gonna criticize everything from the drop to rotations to endgame. Endgame is what we're most interested in, and engagements are what we're most interested in. But if you guys, when you're submitting your VODs, you want specific things looked at, specifically like endgame, I want to be looked at. I want my early game to be looked at. I want my whatever to be looked at. Then feel free to put that in the email when you send it to me. So. Balla, did you see the tweet? Everyone's just tagging you. Yes, I know. Yes, I saw it. It actually caused me to tear up a little bit. I won't lie. It's crazy the support that you guys are showing out for me. So much love, guys. That's actually the reason I was late. I was making sure that I got everything in order there.
No plan. Seriously?
Okay, so poverty drop. I'm not too worried about poverty drop. You probably don't get contested that often, and if you do, well, if you do, it's kind of a 50-50, so you do have to be careful. But I'm not going to go back and watch it. Like, I think that will be somewhat useless. Well, the one thing I do want to note.
I need an SMG.
Actually, no. It's dependent on if you get pushed. Like I was going to say, you should probably be farming a little bit more inside the house.
To loot you up right
but
now. Crash, that's what you're going to have to get used to for scrims.
Okay, so sounds like one of the players is new to scrims, so he's trying to kind of introduce him to it. So if you're in chat right now, I think you are, yeah, just Maffy.
I have 14 for you.
Do you not have any?
I want to know. Well, no.
Yeah, until you do,
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So, oh, sorry. Here's the question: are we watching the POV of the new scrimmer, or are we watching the POV of? I'm guessing if you're just Maffy, then this is the new scrimmer.
So the thing here, we have to play for late game, so try to avoid fights at any time.
Yeah.
He's the new scrimmer, yes. Okay.
What kind of shop?
Okay, so yeah, so this farming all this the walls and stuff like that is really inefficient, so you should know that. There's a bunch of trees around, so that's one of the reasons why this drop. I was gonna say it's not as important to break all the furniture inside, because you have the trees all around you, you have the rocks, you have the cars all around you. So less farming of buildings and more farming of the good materials. So when I say good materials, I mean trees, I mean stone, I mean the things that give you mats fast. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important to know. I mean, this kind of farming is good when you don't have the space to, you know, do that.
Yeah, you flip up.
And yeah, the furniture inside gives lots of mats as well, but what I mean, it's not necessarily that important to farm inside because you're not contested, so it's fine to just go loot rather than do anything else and farm the furniture inside.
The other house as well.
Yeah.
Like from top to bottom, so you can get the most mats.
One thing I would say is like okay with this approach is the fact that since he's new, you're trying to avoid fights, so it makes sense to try to not move much, try to stay stagnant and try to rotate. And that's it. But yeah, farming the house specifically is a waste of time. Like, there's much better things to be farming. You could be already farming zombies. Like he just spent 2 minutes farming. He spent the entire first zone farming, and he's only at 460 wood. So that's the kind of thing that like you could do a lot better. You could be at 800 wood and already be farming zombies and have mad loot and whatever. The other thing is like his loot isn't great. We already established. You guys did talk about how the loot is going to be bad when you land poverty. But from poverty, the idea really should be farm the trees, the cars, whatever, get your loot, get the loot, and then get to the next houses, go down towards the fatal houses, and then push into salty probably. But if you're new and you're trying to avoid engagements, definitely don't push into salty, but definitely try to rotate through the entire section. Like there's a whole slew of houses that you need to be rotating through and looting, right? And looting. So poverty focused around trying to loot as many as of the broken houses as possible. I should be trying to loot as many of the broken houses as possible, just because there's so much loot potential there. And this is why poverty is an underrated drop, right? It's not because there's 2 houses there that's really nice that barely gets contested and there's a bunch of mats. It's because there's so much loot potential in a rotate path that nobody is currently rotating around. The reason why that is because everybody is focused on clearing their POI, right? Fatal down here, salty up here, dusty over here, retail over here. Everybody's so focused on fighting there that you have the opportunity to rotate all through the sides of these POIs and get all this loot. So that's why that's what you should be focusing on, and at least getting the mats in zombie format. Like going to get the loot isn't that important because you can actually just farm zombies for loot rather, but it's way better to be farming and looting in a path rather than just kind of willy-nilly focusing on, you know, getting the house down and stuff like that. So especially like getting shot, yeah, exactly, getting shotguns and the possibility of each of the little loot spots on your way not having anything, right, is risky. So you definitely need to be going to get more loot. Definitely.
I have a silenced pistol for AR now.
That's good that he's not worried about, you know, having a
I have a great pistol.
Not having an AR, right? Having a silenced pistol is better than nothing, that's for sure. And it's really good that his attitude is already, yeah, that's better than nothing. Because if you do get into a fight with a silenced pistol, you can't be worried about it. So again, going back to the house, we don't have to talk about that anymore. So we can start watching the rotates.
Yeah, too bad there's no plane here, but no big
Yeah, don't count on zombies because they're not going to be here for too long.
I want to go through Dusty, but at the same time I don't at all. There should be a quad spawn around.
Yeah, I think the loot, the floor loot, everything that's possible to actually loot is way better than zombies. But once you like finish a loot path or you know something is definitely going to be looted, then there's no point in trying to go check, right?
Somebody landed there.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
You might as well get the guaranteed. Well, it's not even guaranteed from zombies anyways. But I agree with you. Try not to, you know, be over reliant on the zombies.
Should I actually pop it or what?
Yes.
I don't necessarily think if your plan is to rotate through Dusty Divot here, I don't necessarily think taking the slurp is a great idea because you can use the mushrooms to top off and you can hold the slurp for later. If rotation plan includes Dusty Divots, don't take a slurp, top off on mushrooms. And I noticed that you're again farming this house and we're in first zone, so there is a lot of people up and it's gonna be very congested, so it's gonna be really hard to make your way through the zones, through the zones. But you need to be making, so position wise, first circle is not the place you can be stagnant because it is the time where everybody is so spread out on the map that you don't actually have to be too worried about rotation. By the way, I just see Micho in chat in the kill feed. Nice, dude. Let's go. Atlanta Scrim's up. Yeah, I don't think you need to be, you shouldn't be boxing up here. You shouldn't be farming the shed because there's so many good trees in Divot. There's so many good trees and you have such a long way to go to the zone. You have such a long way to go to the zone. Top off on mushrooms. First and second slide and even third zones. You should be making your way as center zone as possible. Right, you should be getting as centered as possible and not spending time doing this. Because everybody who's in shambles, you're giving everybody who's in shambles at the corner of the map down in Paradise everybody coming down from fatal. You're giving all these people opportunities to actually backstab you and pinch you between people who are rotating through retail and stuff like that. You're basically giving yourself an opportunity to be storm fought, to be you know, and that's something that's actually really important to touch on. Is people complain about storm fighting all the time, but they are the ones who put themselves in positions to get storm fought. You right now are in a position to get storm fought because you're waiting in the shed. I mean, still the zone is a ways away, but say you wait here all the way till second zone comes, then you're in a position to be storm fought. So if you are in a position to storm fought, don't blame the storm fighter. Stop blaming the storm fighter. Blame yourself for putting yourself in a position to be storm fought. And that's not necessarily applicable to this game, but I just want to put that out there. Like, and this note is going to be in your notes, but like, don't put yourself in a position to be storm fought. Fought? Is that how you spell it? It's not the storm. It's not. It's always your fault. I mean, it's not always your fault, so like that's a dumb way to put it, but that's the attitude you should have, right? If you get storm fault, it's your fault. In Atlantis scrims, it's bannable. Yeah. This is very true. But sometimes storm fighting is inevitable, and again, I'm specifically not talking about this game. I'm just, there was a topic and a rant that I just wanted to go on. So and when I mean sometimes storm fighting is inevitable, is like,
Let me look through this.
yeah, you'll get banned. So maybe people literally, if they're in the storm, they don't fight. But I don't know. Sometimes people shoot at you. They're not scrimmers. Whatever.
I'll take
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
I'll drop my boobies for these bandies.
It ain't bannable in open qualifiers. There you go.
Okay. Gotta go to zone. Grab a quad.
Yeah, I wanna go multi.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm about to sneeze. So let's look at the map real quick here, and this is just to touch on specifically for you guys here in this VOD.
Oh,
I'll drop
Please
my
look at
boobies for
zone.
these bandies.
Waiting for the map to come up.
Back to our HUD. Where was it? Okay, never mind. We gotta go to zone. Grab a quad.
Okay, so this is why I say you need to go as centered as possible between the first to third zones, right? The first zone is so big that you're gonna screw yourself if you stay on the edge of zone. You need to go as centered as possible, and centered would include probably right here is where I would say, okay, I'm centered. But if you go all the way center, which is probably like right here, right? It's this area right here. You'd be so close to zone, you'd be fine, right? So go as centered as possible, as long as you can. As soon as somebody shoots you, you're gonna want to disengage and try to continue going center. But there's so much space to work with in this first zone that you need to go center, right? And again, second zone, center as well, right? Try to get in this area, right? Because the next zone is gonna be like something like, you know, could be something like this, right? So this is why I say always go center, because it gives you the most probability to get the next zone or to be close to the next zone, right? And if you're not centered, if you're as far away as possible from center, which is what you guys are right now in your position from dropping poverty, it ends up in a rotate like this, where you have to hope for a quad, and you have to hope that nobody's rotating with you. So it's kind of what I'm talking about.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Okay.
PRV.
And what I mean by idle time is time when you're literally not doing anything useful for yourself.
What?
yeah.
Okay. Learn to quad rotate. You should learn to quad rotate so you can fly all the way center zone. If you get a quad, you basically have a free pass to center zone or close to center zone, right? So you definitely learn to make that ramp and start flying through the sky, buddy. Sure, you learn to quad rotate. Spend an hour or two in playground and learn to quad rotate.
Yo, you there?
Where are they?
I don't know.
Just right by.
Important under the match. Get the zone.
Nice finding the plane and using that rather. That's nice.
Like, we're just...
There are people people.
Very nice. So again, stay center zone. Well, with the plane, you want to just kind of circle around center zone, so you're fine with that. But again, you also need to be thinking of your mat situation. I saw somebody pointed out in chat, but we're definitely, it's inevitable to talk about again. Is your mat situation is shambles? I don't know what yours is. I don't know what yours is in this pilot over here, but his is shambles. His is absolute shambles. So we got to make sure that we are finding somewhere to farm extra, whether that's a house in Pleasant. At this point, it's kind of getting to the point where, yeah, farming a house is actually feasible. Whether it's a house in Pleasant, whether it's there's the umbrella farm for brick. Yeah, actually you marked it, so I think you might be turning over there. Let's see. No, okay, there's rock all around the side out here for sure. So this is a good place to come. There's a house here that was completely farmed, so it's probably there's probably nothing around here actually. This is actually interesting, right? The fact that there's no broken house there means somebody farmed it all, so somebody did the same thing. Use clues to know whether or not there are materials, loot to still take, right? Yeah. I don't know I don't know if it was actually farmed or if it was removed from the game or whatever, but there definitely is supposed to be a house here. So what I mean is this is a clue that somebody was around here. That somebody is around here and there's not going to be mats. I know you're probably not actually thinking about the mats since you went up in the plane, but it is very important to think about the mats right now. And yes, he finally needs to go get the trees. So he's doing that. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go up here.
Turtling again when you're not center zone and you're investing a lot of materials into this, right? If you're gonna turtle on the edge of zone, try not to invest materials, like a lot of materials. This is a 2x1x2 probably, and that's what, 400 wood, something ridiculous, right? Don't invest materials on turtles on side of zone. You will have to use, or you'll have to give it up anyways, and it's sunk cost, right? You have these materials that you are spending out here that are going to be useless when the next zone comes. Absolutely useless. So just be careful of that. I know, I see you have the plane parked around it, so you kind of built around the plane, which is nice, but you're still building out, and this is going to be 100% sunk cost next zone. Unless you get absolutely blessed by Lumen, there's no chance. Oh, there's the house. Sorry, I was lunching. There's the house. The house is not there. My bad. What was there then? Is there another house? Yeah, I think there's another house. I don't know.
I see you playing southeast.
There's a plane under us, we're using it.
So here it is. The zone moved,
No,
and
there's
you're
a
good.
bonfire southeast.
Baller review my VODs question mark. Exclamation point submit, Mayo.
Yep.
It's literally in the title, buddy.
I'm too low to be able to see that shit. I'm flying.
Wasn't that the battle bus spot? I don't know. Actually, I'm literally confused now.
Yeah, I need to rush through anyway. What the fuck?
I'm so confused. I haven't spent that much time up here north
Fly high.
in a little while. Flying high is good, but again, materials. This is why people don't actually get planes, is because they need to get materials, and this is a reason why people stay low. The other thing is, your idea of hiding the plane is really good, because people have caught on that they want to take all the planes out of the sky because that gives the opportunity for them to die, right? But yeah, I mean, your material situation is going to be the death of you here, 100%. The materials, the loot, everything, no mobility, the heals, that's going to be the death of you guys. Again, get that center zone. Get it. Getting center zone is getting center zone is the most important positioning tip I can give anybody.
For a new plane right
Right? It's the most important positioning tip I can give anybody.
Building and store.
And there's nuances to it, sure, but in most games, center zone is going to be fine.
Fight through it.
I love what you guys are doing about avoiding fights, though. This is really good, and okay, he just gargoyled. What I call gargoyling is when you stand still to shoot a zombie, and that's gonna get him sniped. That's gonna get him at least tapped. He needs to. I mean, it's a zombie. It doesn't matter if you miss. You know, like just shoot more.
You need a place.
Yeah.
Especially with 28
Zombies are
people
coming
up,
from
and
us,
it's starting to be a third zone here. Starting to get a little congested.
Up in, quick, up in.
Starting to be a little congested.
Pistol then, you idiot.
I don't have any ammo for it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's the nuances I'm talking about, Maffy. Everybody wants center zone.
Okay, go,
Yeah.
run, rush. I'll fly.
Everybody wants center zone. You left because of zombies?
Jump. Follow me. In this house. Right there.
There are south are people.
Okay, I like taking this house. This is perfect. This is actually perfect position. I mean, there's not much that's better around here, actually. The only thing is I do want to kind of be on the hills over here. It's really hard because this entire area is very open, so I kind of want to be on the hills if I'm you. But sometimes that's not possible, obviously. And this is a really good house, especially because you still need mats.
On any walls with windows with doors first.
Very, very good point. Very, very good point. Focus on all the walls with windows and floors first, and doors first.
Yeah, I will place a thing. Nice. Can you place it by me?
Okay, I think his intention is good here, but just break the roof is better, and then you can just place a floor or whatever. Like, not that important to try to get it as soon as it happens. The intention is good though.
Airdrop?
Nice.
Do you know where that airdrop is?
Yeah, it's up north, close to our old base.
Loki wanna grab it though.
Yeah, Loki as well, but I don't think it's a good idea.
One of the things that is probably gonna cause you guys problems is and I get it, I totally get it, but I'm just gonna point it out anyways, is the fact that you're doing all of the building, so you're gonna run out of mats. I know you probably farmed better, but you're doing all of the building. So in this case, well, there's two reasons I would say you should probably try to let him do a little bit of it. Number one, to split it even mats, but also number two, to force him to be thinking and learning how to do it, because you can see some of the mechanical motions he makes, like when he was editing the pyramid inside of the house, when he was putting the pyramid on top of you, when he was standing still, that kind of stuff. The mechanical kinks need to be worked out. So he definitely needs to be somebody who is trying to do the things that might come really naturally to you. But obviously in a scrim, like, that's not the best environment to practice it, but he does need to practice it in the scrim at some point.
Come back. No. This tile is in zone.
This is nice from him to place the pyramids on top.
I have 100
Come
metal.
here. Wanna fight?
I have no trap items.
Go in this tile.
Yeah, I really think here the materials, the setup is going to be the issue. So I'm glad we watched a lot of the early game.
Don't worry about it.
I'm glad we watched a lot of the early game.
They're coming from us.
So also he needs to shoot. You guys both need to shoot zombies here and just at least get up to 100 shield. With zombies in the game, you should almost never ever have shield to fill in.
Go push. Aggro. When you're being shot at, build. Yeah.
Okay, that's really good advice, but he still needs to. You need to make sure that he is looking in all directions and jumping up and down and looking in all directions, because right now he's just kind of running in a straight line and jumping a little bit, but he's jumping in a, yeah, it's really easy because he is not paying attention to when people open windows and stuff on them. So yeah, rotating.
Hey, cop to have shouldn't be taking it. I'm gonna loot. Yo, walk over here.
Okay, nice picking up the AR there. That was really nice.
Medkit.
Grab the med kit. Yes. Something that he should get in the habit of doing, and I'm noticing he's not. He should press caps lock every time he goes to loot to pick something up, because if that was more than one med kit, he would have dropped his AR. So that's actually like way more important than people think, and because it's so easy to do, it should be second nature. Just to, as soon as you're looting, take out your pickaxe, press that caps lock button, because if that was more than 2 med kits, there goes the AR, or more than 3 med kit. Well, I don't know what the, yeah, if it was 3 med kits. Oh no.
I cannot help you.
Yeah, there's no chance there, and that's because you guys were kind of not paying attention to exactly what's going on. That's about the jumping around and stuff like that. And that's not just on yeah, not knowing that those guys are there is all about basically paying attention when you rotate. All right, all you Maffy, let's go. You love to see it. There it goes. Keep getting those zombies down, man. One of the things is you kind of have to play mid ground in zombies. You kind of have to, because they come through the floor first.
I'm keeping this in my hand so it doesn't make any sound when I go back. Fuck.
Yo, 200 IQ. 200 IQ. I think you can do something similar with build plans. Alright, you're getting a little focused, and I like how you went up a level. That's nice. Very nice. Is it too much ammo on zombies? No, I don't think so. Ammo's more, I mean, shield is more important than ammo, especially if you have at least a little bit of ammo. Mayo, I'm not getting it to it today. You gotta email it to me.
Behind you. Up there.
You have to email it to me, because it's way more organized for me that way.
These zombies are really fucking shit up. Nice. Another half.
If you have a personal reason why you wouldn't want to email, then use a burner email.
No mats either.
Or a business email or something like that.
Low. Why can I not edit? I can't edit. What the fuck?
Kill him! Nice. Okay, don't go in zone here. The zone is ticking for 10. This is...
No, fuck you, no mats.
That's really rough.
No mats, I'm dead.
You just took so much damage from zone. I can't see the HP. Let's see if I can bring this down a little bit. There you go. I think you took 3 ticks. Yeah, you're playing this surprisingly well with the mat situation, so but like we talked about, it's all in the setup here. Nice way to shoot through. That's very nice. Very nice. All right, jumping in the water probably was a mistake, but that's okay.
Yes.
That's a quick decision type of thing where it's like, whatever. Okay, nice. Grabbing the mats, even recognizing that it was there. This guy's pressuring you. You need to make a play out the top. You need to make a play out the side, because if he continues to pressure you, you're gonna get zone. You're gonna get screwed by the zone. So, and yeah, that's what happens. That is what happens.
I'm dead.
Nice. Good edits. Way to stay close. All right, so you need to go out. You need to continue towards the zone. Every time you make a momentum back is another opportunity for you to get stuck, or to have a bug or something that makes you stay towards you. You get an edit delay or anything like that, and you die because there's literally 1 tick. So you need to always be making your way to the zone. So taking this path here, while it definitely would get you towards center eventually, but you're kind of making a counterproductive movement here. Make a play when people pressure you in end zones. All right, cool. So that is that VOD. Thank you for submitting. Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay, you did that. I freaking like didn't even think about it. Okay, thanks for submitting, man. I appreciate it. You guys, I really like the amount of like knowledge and thought that you're doing into putting yourself in a scrim mode, like a very, 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 very good scrim mode. Where you said to your teammate right away, you said, this is a scrim, you're not going to get good loot all the time. You said, you know, farm as much as possible, and the biggest thing is we're not going to fight anybody. We're going to try not to fight anybody because this is a scrim, right? And so putting yourself in that mode is really good. I think you definitely have some things to work on in terms of your setup, and that's almost always the first thing that people do when they first start scrimming is the setup. How do you make sure that you have a good setup going into the end game so that you can actually start winning end games? You know, so I wouldn't expect to win many end games until I fix my setup in the early game. And whether that's finding a new drop spot, whether that's perfecting my drop spot so I actually have all the possible materials and all the possible loot, that's the type of thing that goes into the setup. So let me actually make a note real quick here about the biggest thing to practice for you guys is that setup, that first and second circle, to set you guys up into the end game, because you clearly know what you do, how to avoid fights, how to play the end game. You kind of know how to get there. I mean, you kind of know what to do when you're there, a little bit, right? I can see it for sure, especially in from your perspective. But if you can't get a good setup, you will never survive in the end game. So the setup is the most important factor to improve in this VOD. Improving the drop, getting better loot, better farm, more efficiency. And then another thing that's part of the setup is the position, right? You guys move like 4 times throughout first to end circle. So better position. Right. The best way to avoid fights is to just be in the beginning and having not to rotate. Be in the center from the start. From the start. Okay, solo VOD, pop-up cup, 14 points. So it's like a new facts drop. Yeah, we've talked about the new facts drop actually, Cargo. When you have such a scuff drop, I don't know, like the biggest thing I would say is if you have such a scuff drop right here, you need to look immediately to see who is better than you. And I already see one guy's definitely better than you, because the opportunity for backup plans in new facts right now is so limited, because it's just this building and this building. So it's either you're taking that building or you're taking the other one. And if 2 people drop here, then you're 50-50ing somebody way late. You know what I'm saying? Yo, but Destiny, thank you for the host. So I think the biggest thing when you get a scuff drop is to immediately look, and especially new facts, this is your option. This is your secondary option. This mountain with the chest, and also it has the what does it have? It has the airplane depot there as well. So there's a few more chests and some floor loot as well. So I think that is the most important. Don't panic when you have a scuff drop. Make a decision, right? It's not about scuffing your drops, about making a decision. If you can make a decision to back off and go to your secondary option, your third option, then that's the way you do it. So look around for people who might say, hey, or who might push you off, and take those secondary options, tertiary options, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on. See, this is why I like to talk about the other stuff.
Oh my god, this kid's beating me, dude. Fuck.
Oh, sorry, 3 buildings. I forgot about that. I thought that was the nightclub for some reason. Okay, you're fine because there was only one guy, and he's pushing you. You can already see he's pushing you.
Come push me, dog.
Is this the second game? Yeah, this is the second game. You're up next. I like that you land on SMG because you know it's guaranteed loot. You at least have something. But you definitely know. Oh my God, bless up, bless up.
Yeah, if I don't get a shotgun.
Bless up. Okay, you know that guy's pushing you, so you need to try to get a good position. Sure, you already got good mats, but I would definitely try to get up on top of the building to figure out what this guy is doing. Is he still pushing? Is he looting? What is he doing? So maybe build up, break through the roof. Especially put that AK to use while he's still possibly far away. Yeah, I definitely think you have an issue right here of not getting enough information, not scouting to know exactly what that guy's doing. So if we actually went back, we would actually see that guy pushing. And so I think you even said, oh, he's pushing, but at this point, you're not getting any information on where he pushed to, what he's setting up, what he's planning, what his loot is. Like, because he landed there and then he started pushing towards this house, so he might be looting this and then getting a good position on top. But the other thing about knowing what they're looting is knowing when you actually are going to have a mat imbalance and a loot imbalance, right? So if he looted this entire building, he would have a loot advantage over you, right? But you would have the mat advantage because if he spent all his time looting in there, then he's not farming all the mats, and the materials in there, while very, very dense in materials, there's not a lot of good materials, right? There's not a lot of things that give you 33 wood like the pallets that you have like 4 or 5 pallets, right? So knowing all that stuff is super important to your decisions in the rest of the thing. So pushing him, getting high ground. So if you know he looted this and didn't farmed, for example, you're going to be able to sit on a building and just beam him, right? He has no chance because he doesn't have that mat balance, right? If he farmed this somewhat and whatever, so there's different ways you could do it. But if you, for example, land there, you have the loot advantage. You need to either take your time or push him as fast as possible, right? Against, for example, who you are right now. So where the person is looting, if they are looting, if they are farming, all that stuff. Seems to me you aren't getting enough information. I'm saying that specifically because I saw you run out here, you barely looked over here, and you didn't go on top of the building to actually try to find any information. Going on top of the building might not be necessary depending on what you saw before, but what you saw before was him pushing you. So I don't know, I probably would have gone on top of the building. Nightclub gives 200, 300 metal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a very good material spot, but the fact that it's a good material spot doesn't mean that it's going to be the fastest material spot, right? Metal is very hard to farm. Metal takes a long time to farm. So by the time he gets, 400 wood from all the pallets, he maybe is sure he can loot a total of like 500 metal or something like that. But by the time he got 600 wood or 400 wood, he only has like 150 metal. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing that I'm talking about. Is this going to YouTube? Yes. I'll be up on YouTube tomorrow. They're finally going up, and I actually think it's a mistake to place this wall right here until you're ready to go up, but you go up pretty fast just because this spoils your position, because he is also trying to get information on you. I think you hear him. I can't hear well, so this is solo VOD, so I'm gonna turn it up. Hopefully you don't talk too loud to your stream. Okay, I'm not sure if that guy is relevant at all to your fight. I'm not sure that he is relevant at all or going to be useful for you to actually do damage on. If he is the guy who was here, then that's great. That's perfect. Okay, backtracking is not good. You're backtracking to get the mats that you missed, I guess. Or backtracking to go get more loot. I'm not sure what you're doing here. There's a whole building that was unlooted still, so I'm not sure exactly what the plan is. Backtracking and leaving loot on the table. Not efficient. I'm not sure why that guy backed out, and I'm not sure why you're backing out too. Bro. I think maybe you're going to push another area, which is good for loot. And there's more loot up here. Oh, sorry, you looted that entire building. I'm a bot. I saw you loot that entire building. I'm a complete bot. I'm a complete bot.
All right.
But yeah, you definitely have a lot. Somebody's saying in my chat right now about the possibility of actually getting max mats over there, which sometimes there's two different styles of players. People that go for fights and get mats that way, or the people who farm a lot. So you just have to decide which type of player you are. So knowing there's a guy in here that's awkward, you need to know. You need to know, especially if you drop new facts, you need to know that this is a spot where your floor and your stairs are going to go into the floor. And because you drop new facts and you rotate here probably a lot, you need to know that so that you can get that combo in fast where you place a stair, floor, stair, for example. Obviously you used a lot of mats, but or at least floor, stair that way. And then the other thing is, just because it goes in the floor doesn't mean you need to scuff your builds. You need to get this in your mind. Like when you're rotating through Loot Lake, for example, you need to be able to, if something goes through the floor, you need to have quickly stair, floor, stair. Stair goes in the floor, floor, stairs right away, right? So this should not be a problem for you.
Can't build a ramp there, apparently, so. Just take a plane and get out of here.
Yeah, that's the right play. I'm not sure if you actually couldn't build a ramp there, but now you know, and now you will never have that issue again. Or you should probably go in Playground and figure out why you couldn't build a ramp there.
Ow. Where am I gonna get a pump, Johnny?
But yeah, that's good. Good. Thinking about where to get the pump. Where's the floor loot that you're gonna be able to loot? So you have the signals right now about that ramp going up to the top. Fuse, thank you for the $2 donation. I'll get to the message after this VOD. That guy just shot a rocket at you. Yikes. All right, I'm not sure exactly what your plan is here. In order to, you're either fighting this guy or you're not, and you flew kind of around him, and then you kind of signaled that you're gonna crash into him, and then you decided not to, and now you got beamed because of it. And I think you want to take the mountain because you don't have a pump, so it's gonna be awkward. But yep, nice build. Yeah, you're trying to keep your distance because you don't have a pump, but like, I don't think this is the fight that you actually want to take. You had a plane. You can go to literally whatever you want. You can go literally wherever you want in order to find a pump. And instead, you decided to fight this guy out of zone. Out of zone's not a big deal because there's still a lot of time coming, but you don't have a pump. So what are you actually going to be able to accomplish on him? All right. So knowing you need a pump, you wanted to fight, but you kind of half committed / waffled on the fights, got beamed in the middle. I don't know. It's kind of a little odd. And then you also have a plan to go literally wherever you want to loot and find a pump. You could literally go wherever you want. So this is a mistake to me. Again, you're also looting something that you know is probably looted. So sure, there could have been a pump if you were lucky, but most likely not. Poverty would have been good to go, but like I'm thinking like literally so far into the zone that you'll be safe to loot, that you'll be safe to farm more, that you'll be safe to actually just stay for a while. Those are the kind of places I'm thinking. You're kind of on the outskirts here. Like, use the plane, get positioned. Your plane isn't going to last forever. Especially when you're doing that. Alright, you saw the tack, so that's important. Yeah. Seeing the tack is fine. Like, landing on it is fine then. Getting planed. Again, I'm not sure what the intention is here. You're so far from the ideal position in this circle that I know you want to fight, but like you're fighting a plane. Why are you fighting a, like, sure, sometimes you're gonna get psychos to come down on you like this, but I feel that you're probably choosing the wrong fights. I feel like you're choosing the wrong fights here. Yeah, like that's the kind of thing. Right now you have to launch away because zone is somewhere else, and he's trying to knock you down. Ah. If you're just gonna fight this guy again, then that was a wasted launch pad. Nice. Good aim, good tracking. Very nice. So you have this RV right here. Like just farm that. Like farm the good mats. Don't be afraid of not farming the good mats. I mean, obviously you're not afraid, but like learn the good mats and farm the good mats. Those are the important things. All right, is your intention to fight this or is your intention to farm? If your intention is to farm, go get out of here. These guys are gonna finish their fight and then they're gonna see you and they're gonna beam you. Okay, I like taking this high ground on them. That's nice. But you're some of that inefficiency in building there is really bad. Yeah, and it kind of like you're kind of waffling still. Like you're kind of like, oh, should I back out? Should I fight this? Like. You gotta have the confidence, because if you get in this fight and you're not confident, then you're gonna end up fighting somebody who's better than you and who's gonna kill you. See, like this is what I mean. Like you keep waffling, you keep waffling. Back and forth, back and forth. You were in no danger. Like sure, your structure was in danger of getting shot down, but you could have easily caught yourself there. I really don't mind fighting at this point, but like, fight. You must actually fight. You're wasting the valuable time on getting towards the zone. You're yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of getting the same thing over and over and over. And here's another third party. So this is what I'm talking about the indecision is leading to bad things for you, right? It's leading to bad things, and there he takes high ground because you went down to fight the third party, or you know, like you've gone down and up and down this ramp like 17 times since we watched it, and now this guy is on top of you, and now this guy's third partying because you're not having a solid, coherent idea of what to do. Boxing up is fine, but the reason like now you have no wood. You have very little brick, you have no metal, and you're boxed up on the side of the second zone. So like you're gonna have to probably spend a rift because, or a launch pad that you also have because, well, I don't know. Nice, bro. Very nice. Very nice.
3 big pots, bro. What the fuck?
Okay, nice.
Hey, where's his shotgun?
It's across.
What?
There.
Down here?
No, right there.
Where? Oh, yeah, I see it.
Nice.
The bush.
Very nice. So you're still kind of fighting this guy. Oh, nice. That's actually a good read on this guy. Very good read. That was a really good read to know that guy's sitting on the side. So what is he doing? Like he probably has a rift. That was a really good read. I'm not sure if that was in your head, but that's the reason why that was actually good,
Yeah,
was
so the
because that
pump-
guy is just sitting there.
Last second, but
Guy, you need to use that rift like way better.
easy rotate. And I need
Oh,
wood,
did
so-
you miss a purple pump? I mean, you had a blue pump. I don't care. I would much rather have used that rift properly than like than get a small upgrade on your pump. You can get wood inside, right? Go to retail. Go center zone. Go to retail. You can get a house and farm your wood. You don't need to worry about getting wood. Fuck wood. Wood is so cheap. Like, it's so easy to grab anywhere. What is the most ubiquitous,
Good retake
like
there, Johnson. That tree's one shot, Johnny.
yo, any mods in the chat?
There's no grappler.
This is what I mean about grabbing the wood. You're good now. Woohoo! You need to be covering your top because somebody could easily sneak grenades in there or rocket launcher or whatever. So oh,
77 AR. Oh!
This is the type of thing you could have avoided because you could have used that rift. Sorry, I'm like seriously ranting on the positioning of people today, but like I think this will be a good topic. Like I'm gonna name this this VOD review overall like positioning.
Good shot by that guy, bro.
This is a good position. Building this high is okay. It's okay in the pop-up cups because getting kills is really good and you get mats for it. So it's kind of not as good in this mode because it's 50-50-50 rather than 150-50-50. And in the 150-50-50 mode, it was so good. It was literally so good. Yeah, once you're done holding this, you need to switch to brick on this guy who's spamming you with a deagle. All right. Okay, I don't see you making any recognition to the zone at all. You need to make an immediate recognition. Like, I don't care about beaming people or whatever. The first person who gets to zone usually is going to be the guy who gets the best position in the zone. Usually. Sometimes you build a 1x1 all in metal and then go down because you want to get more metal and then somebody lands on your 1x1. But that almost never happens. Plan was to late rotate with the launch. Okay. Yes, that's a good plan, but you could also early rotate with the launch, and early rotating with the launch would be really good too. Or you could try to make a rotate without the launch. late rotate is fine because you kind of need kills, but the way you're positioned in zone right now, it doesn't actually give you the opportunity to take time to shoot people who are rotating. So I think early rotating with the launch is way better in this case, because if you get a position here in zone, you're actually accomplishing what you probably want to do with the launch, right? Probably. And you have enough mats to get a decent position in zone. Oops, sorry guys, my bad. I just punched my mic. The other thing is, peeking through these windows, you're having a lot of trouble actually getting good angles because you're using the side window. So either use the center window or actually just peek out the top of your build. I think you might have ulti high right now, and if you have ulti high, you can peek out the side or peek out the top. Peeking. Oh, sorry, we talked about the early rotates. Give opportunity for recovery and kills and points and more mats, right? Very late launch is good, but then no good positioning. You almost certainly are not getting a good position if you late launch unless you have specifically something in mind, right? And then I want to say use center windows for better angles, or peek out the top, especially if you have ulti high. When you're in that position, does early rotating cause focus on you? That's what I meant about having mats to be able to actually get over there. But typically people are gonna shoot you while you're rotating and be like, okay, that guy rotated, oh, he got a good position, okay, fuck, you know, like what can I do? And then they're done. Sure, some people might spam rockets at you because they're like, oh, that guy has a good position in zone, in which case you can respond. But this is another thing, like, to get to this point, is early rotating, not only is it good for all the things I already said, but, and this is something that goes back to the beginning of this VOD review, where we started talking about the information gathering and your options based on what you see, right? So if you go early, you get to know exactly what's happening. You get to know who is fighting for ulti high, right? Who is on low ground, who's rotating late, who's rifting. You get to know all of this stuff, and it makes you be able to make a decision that will favor you into the next zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of thing early rotate gets you that is way undervalued, is that information. That information is so key. So key. He pretty much had ulti high. Sure, there's a few people who could beam him. If he wants, he can go a little bit higher to make it a little bit safer for him. Yeah, but yeah, look at that. So much better to beam people from there into the windows. 2 easy taps. Oh, the other thing is, if you don't early rotate, everybody else who's early rotated is going to be able to shoot you when you do this. What if you rotated early? Would that guy have been there? Would he have been looking for people to shoot like that? Would he have been just chilling there? What would have been the difference? You know what I'm saying? What would have been the difference in the situation when you're over here? What is already established, right? There's so much good, like, just thinking about it. So much good to early rotating than late rotating that I can't even really think of a reason that's good for late rotating. I mean, it depends on the congestion. I'd say maybe if this was a custom and there was 40 people up versus 14, then maybe late rotating is good, because you don't want to rotate while all these people are literally can see you, even if they're not late, even if they're not early, whatever, they can still see you and shoot you. I don't know, maybe. It just seems to me that early rotating is just so much better. That's another thing that Dusty says. I would go as soon as someone else tries to rotate, so you're not the only one to get focused. But the reason I don't like that is because you don't have control over people. You are not going to be able to control whether people are going to rotate on your whim or not, right? So that's not necessarily the best thing to do. You should always have control of your own situation. So forget what other people are doing and make the best play for you as soon as you can. In customs, everyone is Kovacs. Yeah, everyone's Kovacs early or late. So there's still better opportunities than late. Okay, nice. Find a drop. Very nice. Okay, one thing that I saw in a VOD review is to actually build up and get to it rather than, or build up and box it in rather than trying to edit it in, for example. All right, this is awkward.
Oh.
No worries though, no worries, no worries. Yeah, so I'm talking about, like, trying to drop it in is so awkward. Like what Finex did was he was ready and then he just built a box right around it. He caught it basically with his own builds rather than trying to catch it with your edits. Like this is so awkward. All right, if you do it, actually, if you win this game, it's because you have 2 Rift to goes, and I'm not trying to be mean here, but like you win this game because of blessed RNG.
That's not so bad.
Thank you, Ben. Are you rifting? What's the play? There's no reason you need to take a tick there. Absolutely no reason to take a tick.
2 ticks because I didn't.
Hey, you already know. It's a good rift though. You're gonna be able to get good position because you had high ground here earlier. I think you had an old established build like actually like right here is your old build. So not only is that a good position because you already built it up a little bit, but you got to look for these kind of high ground spots in the zone. You should already be deciding where you want to go. Okay, you need to be looking at what's going on down low. Like I know you're looking for the position, but you need to be looking at what's going on down low because if there's a guy tarping on high ground, he's going to be looking up for shots at you, and you need to know that so you can decide whether to dive or not. Right? Don't waste the rift. This is another thing, right? Get information. Right, know who's low, know who has mats, who's running late on mats, who has high ground. Know all these things. It's very good to know. Know who's possibly gonna shoot you. Right, you have no idea if anybody's looking at you right now. No clue. All right, you lost your opportunity to dive, and unfortunately because of that, people can beam you, and also you're not going to get the best position. Ooh, actually, hold up. Are you super clutch? No. You didn't need to go in zone there. Was anybody shooting at you at all? All right, you have this rocket launcher, by the way, so you could easily knock these, like, make these guys hell. Make these guys in hell. I don't know what I'm trying. Oh my God, Kovacs! Kovacs the fuck up, Cargray. Let's go, bruh. This is a good take. This is what I was talking about the rift giving you that nice position. All right, this guy's maybe trying to fight for height. The rift to go, was that good or not? I don't know. I don't think so. I think you had more time to tarp and get more shots and then use that later. I think you had more opportunities there, but this is fine too. This is something I was doing in my own pop-ups recently, is literally just rift to go and like and just wait for people to die, which is totally fine. You have a long time for you to get any points though for placement. You still have, you had 3 more people who had to die. And again, get that information. Are you gonna dive on this house? What's the play? That information is key on this guy. You could have maybe started dodging beforehand, and that's what I'm talking about. Diving is gonna put you in such an awkward position. You have to take another tick. That was nice. That was very nice. You're spending a lot of mats here when there's not necessarily anybody who's interested in knocking you down or even fighting for height. Okay, that was awkward. You need to be more aware of that. That's what I'm talking about, rifting. Like, this guy was probably flying for the entire time. You probably could have seen him if you were looking around when you're rifting. So always look around, even for people in the air. You probably could have seen him before you landed. And now you're spending so much mats build fighting this guy. Good. You decide not to fight him anymore. That's very good. Way to get that mini off. You need to block your top as soon as you can. There, you're perfect. This is good. Getting that second mini off. Very nice.
No, not like this.
Not like that, for sure. I see you trying to get away from him. That's very good. Okay to scuff edits, you're fine.
Oh!
Kovacs! That was clutch. That was clutch. Okay, something minor there that I saw that's gonna get you punished is how you built out. So you kind of went like this, right? So say this is your snake, right? These are the floor pieces you're placing. You went like this. You placed your floor, and then you walked out onto the floor before you placed the top, and then you did your, you did your circle and then the top and the pyramid and stuff like that. You need to be making your floor first, your second floor. You need to be making your floor. Walls all around, and then you can place a pyramid. That's the order that it should be in. Because he could have easily punished you there. And the way that you actually ran out of mats perfectly there, it could have ended up that you didn't have a top. And that would have been awkward. No way. Come on, bruh. Oh my god. Get him out of here. These guys, they need to Kovacs. They need to Kovacs. You clearly out Kovacsing though. That mini off, very nice. I like your plan here. Stay low ground. You're not going to go on any high ground. You're fine here. You probably have the HP advantage, just judging by how much HP you have. Sorry, let me get this out of the way. I'm gonna put this over here from now on or something. I don't know where to put this actually. Over here? Does this work? Works. You probably have the HP advantage, so I love your play of just staying on low ground and kind of letting him do whatever he wants. I don't know if I think I want him to make the play here. I don't think I want to go up on him because oh my god. Did you what? Wait, what? No way. Oh my god, Cargrave, what? That was dirty. You guys see that shot? Holy fuck. Bruh. Get him the fuck out of here, dude. Holy hell. Why was that your floor? I'm so confused. What just happened, bro? How is that your floor? What the hell? Yo, that shot was disgusting, bro. Oh my god, bro. One more time, dude. I gotta put that in slow motion. Bro, this man said, "This is my floor. Sorry, buddy." Yo, dude, that was disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting, dude. Wow. That's a good VOD, man. That was a good, I mean, I have a lot of issues with the indecisiveness, the positioning, the use of your mobility, but overall, man, you got it. You just got to kind of think about these things a little bit better through your setup, because you would have had a much better time. And if you have that kind of aim, that kind of like reactions, that kind of stuff, like you're gonna do well in endgame. You're gonna do well always. That was really good. I think your biggest thing is your indecisiveness. Like you have to be able to just go. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be able to make this decisions on the whim of a thought. You know what I'm saying? You have a thought, you gotta do it. You gotta do it, or you gotta freaking move on with the thought, you know?
She's such a fucking waste.
Ooh, not going tomato anymore, huh? But buddy? Going tomato, huh?
White skins. An RPG. Cancel Mexico. Third partner.
Sorry, I'm skipping the early game on this VOD specifically because I know the player. I know he's very good. I know he has an idea of like what to do on drops and stuff like that. We talked about it all the time. So I'm kind of okay with skipping all this.
That was kid. He's not.
I see people.
This is a zombie
I
VOD.
can shoot him in the back right now.
Shoot him. Shoot him.
We got bullied by at Tomato by pros. Yikes.
It's the best.
I can headshot this kid. He doesn't know where I am.
Do it.
Just let him.
Yes, do you?
Oh, god damn! I thought the first one was nice, but then the second one, I'm like, okay, buddy. So Scopey needs to be diving right now. He needs to be spamming and diving, like right now. Right now, as soon as that happens, he needs to be on top of these because you guys. Ooh, hold up. Actually, my bad. I didn't realize there was another player here. I didn't know there was another kind of thing involved here. I thought it was a 2v2.
But yeah, team.
Come down. There's another team here. There's a lot of kills over here.
Yeah. You guys still have the right idea. You guys have a perfect pinch. Actually, if Scopey stays up there and he just starts spamming the shit out of everything, he should probably get a little closer just because they might end up 2v1ing you. But he should be spamming the crap out of them from up on high ground. Like both this wall. This wall should be gone because this guy just got this wall destroyed and he doesn't know what's going on. So like... You had an RPG too, buddy? You should have been shooting that instantly.
100 with 100.
Nice. You need to either reset that or yeah, you need to do something there to make sure that this guy doesn't get anything off on you. But obviously you see him go for the stairs, so you're comfortable there. This is fine. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you need to avoid. He had his pump out. He had his pump out very, very, very clearly. So like, is deagling that and getting a pump off really worth it? He's gonna get the first shot. Like, I don't know. Where's my notes, buddy? Scopey needs to be faster on executing the pinch, especially with the RPG. You guys have a perfect pinch, even on the people who third party. Get in there. And then Destiny's, you make a play on someone who is clearly waiting for it and pay for it. Sure, you get the kill, but like you also lost 80 HP. The other thing is like this guy is fighting Scopey right now. You guys are kind of in separate 1v1s, which is fine, but you guys need to be calming that.
Coming.
And Scopey needs to be telling you the situation here.
People down here or one guy down here?
Just left.
He why?
He left the game.
Yo, is that Kenneth? What the hell, dude? You can watch Twitch highlight if sound is too bad.
Teammate.
It's fine, it's fine. No worries. Wait, there's another guy here?
I hit him 60.
Oh wow, there's another guy here.
No? Who's shooting?
I've got
Oh, he didn't leave.
teammate. Down guy. I hit him 60.
Monka! Oh, good thing that guy sucks and didn't actually shoot you.
Who left? There was loads of loot down there. I feel like I left.
I think he killed him.
I guess I got
That's the sketchy part about going after walls when people are right next to it and they can get that edit direction. So
I'm max mats now as well.
you gotta be careful there. He should have chugged you, or he should have chunked you 100%.
There's some more loot up here as well.
Should have 100% chunked you.
There's two big mats those. We can...
Yeah. I have Deagle up here. I think I
Is it a
can.
fight?
I'll
No.
Bro, what are you doing?
building on the
It's
rift.
20 seconds till zone.
Yeah, I agree with Destiny's here. You don't really need to be building around the rift, especially when you're on high ground. Like nobody else is peeking over these hills, right? Like who's gonna be able to shoot you right now? Unless you're peeking off the side of it.
I swear this guy's in paradise. Should be in paradise, but like they're not. You know what I mean, dog? What's he doing?
No, man.
Bro, you just spent so much brick. What the hell, Scopey? Come on, bro.
I need some brick.
Yeah, you reckon? There's not even that.
Why are you?
Why would you build that much? Let's go get a plane.
I'm a Minecrafter. Yeah, clearly. Where are you going? Where are you guys going? Okay, the plane. Okay. Makes sense.
Line.
There's a slurp here.
You're so aggro. You hear this? Man said, he said plane, he heard a plane, and he's like, oh, plane, plane. And he like instantly goes out to go kill it.
I hit him once.
Okay, I'll just drop minis.
Wait, so if the idea wasn't to get a plane, why did you go to the depot? For loot, I guess? I don't know, man. I guess this works. This works. This works. I don't know. It's okay.
Are there any risks there?
It's just different styles of getting in the zone, I guess. The plane depot has a very high chance of being unlooted, so it makes sense. The planes were ghosts. Ghost planes. Couldn't get in them. Oh, yikes, dude. Never mind. Then I take everything back what I said.
There's another big pot over here.
It's a gold heavy.
Gold heavy what?
I love you guys, man. I love you guys. Gold heavy. Gold heavy what?
I went from
He didn't even respond after that. He said, huh.
72, bro.
Oh, shit.
To them both. Or...
See, this setup is massively good. It's super good.
Go away.
Like max mats.
Hey,
They got mobility. They're making the early rotates. They got position and zone. This is a fantastic setup. I like killing the zombie spawner that's near you. It's really nice. Wait, what happened? How did you get chunked? Bro, how did you just take 30 damage? Oh. Nah, he wasn't it. This big boy? Oh, wow.
Oh my fucking goodness, big boys. Big boy in with me.
No, what do you mean? Why are you taking 30 damage from zombies? Yo, yikes, dog. Yo, y'all are getting scuffed up.
wow.
I'm leaving. I'm backing up north.
I can't leave.
One close to me.
What am I watching?
Looking WQ title spot.
I'm high.
I'm gonna get god launch spammed. What are you doing?
I've fall damage.
They aren't shooting me. I need Tom.
I'm big pot.
What's happening?
What heals
I
me
will
up?
talk about
Minis,
the entire
don't
fight. I'm just like in awe, and I'm enjoying this a lot.
What the fuck are these guys doing? They're both on me. Yeah, I know, because they're both on me.
Hit 115.
Nice W.
One knock.
Nice little W.
Finish this knock.
Right behind us. 199.
Nice W.
Let's go! You're so fucking insane. Just too good. There's a slurp back in that building, but...
I love you guys, man. But the comms 100% need to be way better in that fight.
I'm gonna hold this quad.
Way better. You guys need some targeting information. You like literally missed everything that you need to calm in that fight. Like, positive reinforcements. No, I love the end of the fight. I loved it. So, Sculpey, you need to be directing the flow when you're up on top. You guys might have a set caller or whatever, but Destiny's down on low ground, turtling. He has no information. Sculpey, you need to be telling him what to do. You have high ground. That's not all you need to say. You need to say, I have high ground. Can you get up to me? Can you, there's a guy down on you with a quad launcher. You need to be directing the flow of the fight when you're up on high ground, right? What else? You need to call targeting information about who you shot, who's on you, who's whatever. All this stuff is so very important. And
How many rockets do you have?
this is another example. Like you're making a decision. The decision, right, to like back out. You gave no time for Sculpey to recognize, and you also already knew that Sculpey was in a position that he could not actually back out. So you said, "Let's back out." You started going, and Sculpey's like, "Oh, I can't." And that right there is what started that fight off on a bad foot. Was the fact that you made a decision that Scopey was not going to be able to follow. Sometimes you can't know that. So what actually, there's two mistakes, right? It's your decision to go without actually giving Scopey the opportunity to go on the decision, and then Scopey's reaction is what well, it's not what really, it's another mistake. That Scopey's reaction needs to be calm, it needs to be weathered so that Destinies can now make a decision based on good information rather than having to kind of calm you guys down, and whatever it is that needs to be, Scopey, you kind of go, I can't, there's guys, you like, instead of doing that, you got to say, I can't get off, there's a guy on me, he's spamming quad, or I'm fighting for height, or whatever, and then that needs to be the idea. And there's another thing, right, about Scopey being on high ground that could help you. Scopey, you need to say, can you get to him? And you need to know that he has a grapple, and you need to say, grapple up to me, or something like that, or at least trigger the idea for Destinies to be able to get up to you. So if you say, get up to me, Destiny says, okay, how can I get up to you? I can build up to you. I can use my grappler. I can spam them in order to get up. So these are the kind of things that would get triggered if you had the good comms, the clear comms, and the I don't know.
Do you have a deagle, yeah?
Nah, I dropped it.
Okay.
What
You want a
idiots
deagle?
doing?
You want a deagle, and I'll pick up this recipe and everything.
Watch out,
That might be
us. What's up, guys? Fighting.
Oh my god, my dad's calling me. I need to do that. Sorry.
Bro, what do you mean?
I
What do you
can't
mean?
help it.
Yeah, did you cone him?
Watch out,
That might be
us. What's up, guys? Fighting.
Oh my god, my dad's calling me. I need to be right back.
Okay, I thought you
Bro,
coned him. I
what
was
do you
like, oh, that's some
I
good
can't
shit.
help it.
I need to. There's zombie. Yeah.
This is so fucking funny,
Stop me!
dude.
20 seconds on zone. What the fuck are you doing, dickhead?
Oh my god, I love you guys.
I have to solo rotate zone. Stop fucking
Come back.
Quick. I need to rotate. It's me.
I need a big call.
Oh, we have time. Get up here. I'm gonna jump pad from up here. Get up here.
Bro, did you really just... I'm gonna jump pad from up here, and then you just edit him all close. He has no way to get up without just like wasting time. I love you guys, man.
The zombie!
Yeah, I know the zombies. In 10 more weeks.
He said, the zombies! Destiny's replies, yeah, I know there's zombies. They've been in the game for a week. Yo, toxic as fuck. You guys are such shambles.
I'm fine to explore you.
He blocked him again. Destinies. What the hell, bro? I love it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just jump padding. I'm hooking right on this mountain. I'm getting sprayed. This kid hasn't been using Kovacs at all. Holy fucking
This
shit,
guy
I'm
hasn't been using Kovacs at all. Yo, I fucking love this mod.
And he's on me. I got a campfire as well if you wanna hop that. Yeah. I got another jump pad we can use for next zone. I've got a what's it called? It's close to these guys. I don't see them at all. Watch out, what's that you?
That might be us. Bro, zombie! Yes, I know.
Right, go. Shoot them out. Shoot them out. Shoot
So, I think you have like a thing where you see something and you do something. So you see these guys on the mountain and you say, okay, I gotta shoot them without really looking around you. So there's angles over here that you could be shot from. You're looking specifically over here. And there's angles over here that could be trouble, or that there's opportunities to actually kill people. So I think you need to be focused on
Zombies.
kind of not necessarily going for that first shot that you see. The good thing is you did block it off, so there's not a big deal, but there's still an opportunity for somebody to get this angle on you, for example. If somebody launched there or rifted there or whatever. The guy's super high that you're not noticing.
Shut up.
That's a bad zone again. I need rockets. You got any?
I've only got 2 spare.
Nice.
Oh, knock from up there.
Nice. Zone is coming. You guys need to make your plan for zone.
I got another 50 tag on the guy. I don't know what these players are.
We need to launch pad. We need to launch
There's a guy in the air. 2 guys in the air.
Yeah, I think you guys really need to... Sculpt's trying to make the plan, but...
Ready? Here. Up, come up.
Nice.
I need rockets. Drop rockets quick.
That.
I'm launching up to this little hill and I'm gonna build up with metal. Build up with metal.
Nice. That's a good plan. That's a good play.
On this brick. On this brick. Yeah.
One of the things is that it's not going to stay in zone, so you shouldn't invest too much. One of the things that you can do as a duo is I would actually recommend this is for Sculpey to land on the hill. You have a grappler, so you can land with him and then continue getting to zone, like get this position or get another position that's going to be good in zone, like possibly over here on this edge. Or something else. Oh, this is the retail forest. Yeah, so there's a hill right here that's going to be zoned, so you should focus on getting there. Actually, no, sorry, it should be the opposite way, right? Destiny should stay here. Sculpey should continue pathing ahead, and that way you can just grapple back to his path and make it into zone while you take all the shots and opportunities here. Because you're out of mobility besides your grappler, I think. I'm not sure if Sculpey has anything. All right, you need to shoot the critical point right here. You're missing the critical point. Because now this is gonna probably be able to, they're probably gonna be able to catch or do something.
Shoot these idiots
and it allows other people to build on this if they needed to.
Shoot them, shoot them.
I'm building up one.
No, you saw your teammate, brother. Why are you blocking him? Come on, bruh. Why is everybody in zone? What kind of pop-up is this?
Shoot in zone, Sculpey, please.
Well, you're blocking me all.
Nice. How many kills you get? Oh, we need one more for a point.
Yikes. I blocked him at least 6 times that game. So that's that's the kind of thing that I was talking about, right? Is that the whole reason that happened was because you were so focused on shooting the people that you had complete tunnel vision and you didn't recognize the stuff that was happening right in front of your screen, right? You know what I'm saying? You kind of just glazed over the fact that Sculpey is right here building up, like, and so you just ramped over him because you literally glazed over it because you're so focused on the stuff happening on your screen. So I don't necessarily know the best way to kind of fix that. What I would recommend, and this is a complete offhand idea, it's completely offhand, is to okay. This might be a troll idea, guys. This might be a troll idea, okay? Completely troll. But in order to stop yourself from always like focusing on your crosshair and not recognizing that there's other stuff going on, I recommend usually for people in CS, right? In Counter-Strike, I was always like, if you can't talk while you're shooting, you need to go in a DM and you need to hold down your mic button and you need to put a song that you love and you need to sing to your heart's content while playing DM. The entire DM session, sing for an hour, I don't care. Sing for as long as possible, just talk while you're doing it. So I would apply the same kind of thing. So, except slightly different here because it's about the visuals rather than something that you can do at the same time. This is multitasking with your eyes. I would Kovacs and I would try to look at the next target. This is what I do when I play Kovacs. I try to look at all the next targets. I don't look at the specific target that I'm shooting. I look at the next targets, okay? So look for the next target, look at that, and shoot the other target, right? So you're looking over here, you're looking over here on this side, and the target is in front of you. You shoot this target right here while you're looking over up at the other target. I played Turtle for an hour to listen to Avril Lavigne. Yep. Hey, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, okay? You gotta do what you gotta do. All right, thanks for the submission, Destinies. I appreciate it.
To tell me like slow down, or chill, or,
I sent you a full VOD from yesterday's pop-up. Awesome, dude. So next Tuesday is the next time I'm gonna be doing reviews.
Inherently wrong.
Moderators do accept payments via Bitcoin.
Very quickly.
What's that? My user account?
Or I'll stick to your call because if you say I'm wrong on something, I'm gonna trust you. And then after the game, if something went terribly wrong, we'll talk about it. That's the point of we're here to make mistakes.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I see.
I don't think we're gonna be contested.
Yeah, I see 2.
I love this team already, guys. That is such wholesome, nice discussion. That is so awesome to hear a duo talking about what they should do, what their plans are, their feelings, all that stuff. Get that stuff out there, boys. If you have a duo, make sure you get that stuff out there. It's so crucial to talk about what your ideas are, sharing your thoughts, all that sort of stuff is so critical to do, man. So critical to do. I love it. Thank you guys. I know that you guys aren't necessarily
It looks
want
like
that
they're landing burger.
out.
I'm gonna land
But I love it.
Battle.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So good.
Those kids are trying to do motel. They're just really.
Scopey asked to
You
be their
want my
teammate.
motel?
Yo, that's
Don't want
toxic
it.
as hell, Flex. Come
Yeah,
on,
I'm
bro.
too high, fuck.
If you want to do like rock pit maybe, and then we can
Yeah.
meet up and spot up on them.
Mm,
Do a quick rotation in.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, the other idea is battle bus. Oh, it looks like you are landing there, Science.
I think that's also our strength is we're good at fight sectioning, which is like really hard for most people. Like we've done very well about splitting fights.
Yeah, they're at Brokens.
Okay, the
Yeah,
only thing I
look.
would say here is on your drop, you need to land on something that is guaranteed. I don't know if you actually looked at this, but yeah. The other thing is the option could have been there to go lazy. You need to be looking at overhead of lazy because especially when the bus is like this, I don't know if that actually makes sense, but lazy is an option that a lot of people leave uncontested, so it's possible. Oh, where's my notes? This is a really good spot to actually land if you see ahead of time that there's going to be stuff here, because you just got a white pistol and a great tack. It's very good. It's not
Right.
the greatest, but it's definitely
Like
something.
all early fights, I've got a gray tack.
Over there, if we.
For sure.
Here's how I want to play this. Okay, I want to take Little Broken, go forward. They're gonna boombox. They're gonna get split. They're gonna panic, and we're gonna.
All right, cool.
I mean, what is there to fault here, man? This is beautiful. I love the plan.
Well, if I boombox, I'm gonna play close because I got shotgun, so I'm gonna trust your AR cover. Yeah.
Right here, I'm popping this kid.
He's really close.
Boombox.
90,
Yeah, be
90,
careful the
90.
boombox. It actually doesn't go out of range for you, so that's going to be a boombox on you as well.
Crossbow.
Yep.
Nice headshot.
I got one
46,
kid
46, 46.
Nice call on the
close
guy.
kid. Yellow skin. Yellow skin.
Okay,
Oh,
yellow
my
skin, blue
boombox is
skin,
hitting me. My
focus. I'm getting
boombox is
focused.
hitting me.
Boomboxes will almost always hit you if you throw it. You got to back up a
Taking
little
shots
bit.
at me.
Yeah.
Backing up. a
Way to
little bit.
back up there. This is really good so far.
Hit this left kid hard.
All right. I'm gonna spray him.
60 wide, 60 wide.
All right. Go. All right.
I love that you did spray him when your teammate was about to
I'm
push.
behind you. I'm behind you.
Down one, down one.
Nice.
Nice.
Finish. No, not finished. He's super low though.
It's a really good push straight up on somebody. This is really nice. Nice. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Oh my god, he popped me hard.
Well, I got him for 130.
He's strafing, jumped out, and popped me. Good fight. Good split though.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice, guys.
That was nice.
There's actually not much to say about that. Like, I mean, we might talk about like mechanics and stuff like that, but that was a solid plan and well executed, and you guys continued on with your plan. It's just nice.
All right, where to?
Right here, northeast.
I'm not necessarily sure why you guys are rifting when you're gonna land right back on top of it. Like, so you're like burning a rift.
Stay on this side of it. Stay on this side. Of it.
Yeah. Use it as cover. Got it.
Pretty sure I just got shot up. On, but I'm still up on it.
In the. Oh,
In the
one's
dock,
right
dock,
between
dock.
us. Just appeared.
Yep, we'll get it in a sec. Don't use any gun. I have a crossbow.
Mhm.
Mini's on me. Carrying
Alright,
over band-aids. I'm going for close
Here,
spawner.
slurp on me. I'm gonna drop it over the ledge. Oh, I fucked it up.
You can actually drop off of that if you
I
just
might just
kind
get
of
full
walk
shield
off.
this, and then
That's
a
like,
note.
get something.
Hit the slurp and let me get full shield off this. If you can.
No,
pass me.
just both of you get full shield, like, right? If you have zombies. Alright, don't.
Yeah,
There's
cool.
no point. These guys have really nice comms, yeah. I really like it.
I'm full. I'm 100.
Cool. Beautiful. Hit. I think.
People here.
All right, I'm full. You can kill.
PvE game, boys.
Go. Drop.
Dangerous. No, we just got to. You'll probably.
Okay, the only thing that's lacking right now is the materials, the farming, and everything else. Like, so useful.
One of us right here northwest.
I mean, so important.
Is that our fight to take? You think? Wait, this kid's not about it. Team fire this kid. Team fire this kid. Right here. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I don't see him, man. Okay. Oh,
You
yeah.
should know where he is based on the zombies' path, because they're chasing after him.
Fucking zombies in the way.
Like, just watch where the zombies are, and they're breadcrumb to where they are.
138.
All right, yeah, push. Oh, he just launch padded.
This launch pad is gonna be really easy for.
Yeah.
The reason I would actually just chase straight up and get on the launch pad and go around is because they have this massive hill that they're gonna easily be able to get around. So I don't necessarily think, like, sure you should try to get shots, but you guys need to know that this is gonna be a chase situation for sure.
They're grappling up. They grappling
Okay,
up.
nice.
That's fine. That's fine.
Good play by them. So the play right now is to get away in through the valley over here and try to get away through the fog.
They might rain AR shots on us. Careful.
Yeah, they're actually not in zone yet.
Get in. Turtle up right here. Right here.
I'm farming this tree real fast.
They're dropping.
I think you're turtling up to be able to gatekeep these guys, which is fine. Oh, let's go.
The other one rifted.
All right, cool. Let's get the loot from the one I knocked.
If this guy was smart, he'd go deep in
You
zone.
said you had mid, right?
Did he just land on you?
No, I got 2.
Not sure what's going on there.
Did you
Get
see
submit
what I
more
did to
than
that
one for
guy?
next week, because I'll probably get some more VODs in the next week.
yeah.
Yeah, you can submit more than one, but I'm not gonna review more than one.
Yep, I'm grabbing his stuff. Grappler and med.
Nice.
2 med kits.
Medkit?
Oh, did he just come down and leave? I think that's what happened. The guy
All right,
came down
2
and just
grapplers,
left.
I'm gonna juggle.
He said, "GG, boys. You have my
Are
loot."
you juggling 3 items right now?
No, just the 2.
Nice. You got
2
the loot that
grapplers,
you
2
needed
shit
from that
grapplers.
kill, which is why you actually want to be engaging.
Medkits. Throw one. Actually, no. I have a grappler. Or a thing.
Or actually,
I'm
here.
using a 50.
I'm gonna go back and grab another item if you're gonna pop that too.
Yeah. I use a
Deagle.
50. There's 2
Very
medkits right
smart, boys. You guys are 200 IQ.
here. That's super disorganized, but I like it. We're good though.
Yeah.
200
What's
IQ,
your map
dude.
like now?
937. Let's go. Here, split.
Map split. Yep. Mine's
Yeah.
right there.
I'll pick it up in a
These
second.
guys are solid, man.
We didn't get the.
Dropped it over here.
That's gonna be our key to.
Go.
Grab it and let's go.
Yep. Do you want these minis?
I'll tell you. Yeah. Go.
All right.
Make sure you get your grappler.
Yep.
Wait,
Yep.
good. That's gonna be our key to winning this game, I think.
You guys
Take
are
left,
really
take left.
like really organized. I really like it.
Someone's taking shots.
Yeah, he's at racetrack, the building racetrack.
All right. Yeah, we're good here.
Go up if you need.
I'm good. I got 73 and a big pot. I'm just.
I
gonna
think
hold
you
the
guys
big
should be spending some time. There's 41 up still, but I think guys should be trying to spend some time farming in these areas right here. Just because your situation in mats is not that great, so it'd definitely do better to farm better. The idea mid game or early. Like, your plan was really good. Like, you guys went high loot and went for a lot of like places where there'd be engagements. So I find this very solid.
I'm just bullying.
But I really think you could easily farm
I didn't hit
a
them.
lot of metal from this area, from the factory over here, right outside of junk. Or you could go into junk.
I see those kids are shooting at. You're fine though.
The guy's sitting
Yep,
still.
they're
He's
looking at us.
sniping or
On us,
something.
one sec.
Dude, I'd be really careful when you peek somebody who's standing still like that and you stand up and don't move at all. Like, you need to take a shot and crouch back down or move to another spot or whatever it is.
More behind on the south side too.
This is a struggle bus. If you just watch what
I want to go home and tell my duo I love them after this. It's melting my heart, dude. You guys,
zombies, get out of
these
here.
guys are wholesome, man. I love it. I love it.
Right.
I'm watching. I hit one kid behind us. 80.
There's definitely people. There's people
I
turtled
remixed.
up inside of junk.
Yes.
Do you want to get on top of junk?
People right beside you. Yo,
Yep.
this kid's about to break that roof right there.
This is nice.
On top jump.
Way
on
to
top
take a
jump.
good position in zone. Way to take a good position in zone.
Yep. I'm good.
With a good
Probably
rotate,
takes a
too.
little longer to break through. 96.
Blue or white?
Blues.
All right. People rifting. Just be careful. Also plane above us.
They need to kill some zombies for shield. Hit a kid in 138.
Where?
From blues. 25.
25. Okay.
Deagle right here. Right there, right.
Yep.
You don't really have the angle to help him right now, so you need to go down and try to get an angle that you can actually use.
I don't see him.
The other thing is, you should, as soon as you spam that guy a bunch of times, you should probably cover that side just in case. And cover your back and stuff like that. So yeah, there you go. Finally getting that angle.
Alright.
Re-editing above so we can't get dropped in on.
Yep. I'm gonna go back up.
I need to kill some zombies.
Nice, killing the zombies for shield. Very nice.
In the next zone.
Just left. Hold your left.
Nice, man.
I'm occasionally putting walls behind us. So.
I'm super impressed.
Nice, nice.
This is great. This is fantastic. Up, 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 up.
Mm-hmm.
You're not the fastest, but you're so accurate, Horby. Like, it's so good. You're so accurate.
Finn, you're fine.
Ooh, dude, I just lagged.
Stop, stop, stop. This is we're in.
Yep. I lag super hard. I'm popping this big.
I'm watching the junk kids. Junk kids are trying, or the kids are trying to use our stuff. I'm not gonna let them.
Yeah, I'm connecting us to this.
The only thing there is, like, you were doing it so well over here, so why not be placing those walls as you're running? You're just unnecessarily putting yourself to risk there.
Yeah, chill though. I'm like having to hold these kids back.
All right, people rifted. Be careful.
It's just kind of a different thing, right? So when you think about, again, I always talk about this. When you think about, oh, I need to path the zone, then those mechanics come out where you're like super clean building a path. But when you need to connect to a mountain, all of a sudden the pathing mechanics go away because that's not something you think about when you connect to a mountain. So these are the type of things that I'm constantly stressing. It's very easy to do, but it's very hard to actually always remember to do it. And how do you do that? It's by actually recognizing, hey, when I connect to a mountain, I can use my pathing mechanics. I can do that, right? It's not just when I'm pathing, I use my pathing mechanics. I need to make it so that in all the different patterns that I recognize and all the different possibilities that I come across, I need to use my pathing mechanics when I connect to the mountain.
Turtle, then you be careful. We're a little split here.
Yeah, you're fine, you're fine. I'm blocking our
I'm
backs.
completely peppering this kid from getting in.
Again, the different angles, like you could possibly go over here and make a little base and shoot down on him while he's shoot down and help your teammate.
I'm hitting these kids so hard. Yeah, just help me keep them down here.
Like you're not going to be able to help. You're not going to be able to help Science right now at all.
Yep.
There we go. There we go. There we go. You love to see it.
Killed one.
You love to see it.
Fully in on one of them.
At this point, you're not going to be able to get anything else done on them unless they run out of mats.
We had two below us, or one just died. So we still had one below
Nice
us.
way to block that off.
Alright.
I just reconnected you and me.
Our next build goes back. Our next build goes back.
Nice. Immediately recognizing this is what I'm talking about.
Use our builds. We can reuse builds to save mats.
What are your mats? I'm 003 right now.
I'm 1-1. Here. There's
Yeah, let's
100.
split.
I can't do a full split.
Alright.
There's some. You're tunneling here though.
Alright, cool.
I love it, man. Calling the roles. I'm tunneling here. Or you're tunneling here. Making sure that that's clear. You're the guy who's going to make the path. You probably don't even really need to make a path.
Slow. We don't need to look for kills right now. We've already got 5. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was sick. Placing a trap, like, come on, bruh. Especially because you have traps. Like, this is so good, man. Go down.
Go down a layer. Is our
perfect.
Down here.
Yep. I'm with. I was just trying to punish people as we're going.
This is perfect. He should be doing that, especially because you already have a pre-made pad. You can spend the time to take shots at people, especially as you get ahead.
Down below us, remember.
Yep.
Yo, you want to double deagle in this kid's stuff below us? No. Too risky. I don't like my own call there.
Alright, we're gonna need a new tunnel now. Oh.
I'm just fixing our tunnel.
Yep.
Tunnel. Go ahead.
Nice, man.
I'm looking to punish with shots.
Let's go, bro.
Yep.
Beautiful mid-ground play so far. Okay, now you're kind of a little overdoing it. Because you know basically this side is good. The zone is over there. You're good over there.
Top, there's people 1 layer above us.
Putting walls behind.
Nice calls, guys. Nice calls.
Check your load. Make sure you're loaded. Good stuff so far. Good stuff. I like it. Kid right above us.
Yep. Oh,
Path.
You freaked me out there.
Next zone west.
Yep.
Okay, you're running out of mats.
About 100 left.
Kill the kid.
Nice.
Kill the kid. Grapple. So I'm gonna drop for his stuff and grapple back up.
All right. I'm gonna grapple this
Oh my
next
god,
one.
there's so much loot down here. There's so much loot down here.
You guys both have grapplers, right?
For it.
So you can get back up to.
Where you at? Where you at?
I'm up, but I'm grappling. We just re-meet in the next zone because I'm low.
All right, that was a big mistake right there, dropping into this box without looking around at all. That was a really, really big mistake, and you could immediately die here, all right? Because you had no idea what was going on. That was a big lapse of attention there. That was a big lapse of attention.
Oh, yo, here.
Oh, nice. Right here. Kid right here.
Nice, guys.
Good stuff. Let's get in. Get his stuff. You gotta go pump. We gotta go. Break.
Yep.
Grappling.
I'm with you.
Beautiful mid ground. This is beautiful mid ground. They're trying to stink me.
Yep.
Fine.
Yep.
Hold what we got. We gotta go back.
And remember, we still got a lot of grapple charges.
I still have 3.
All right, I've got 5. Only 6 left. 4 others.
Yes. Just lock our layer down.
Yep.
On us, right above.
Just shotgun him. You have enough ammo. Just shotgun him. You don't need to worry about the time. I mean, you do need to worry about the time is what you want to do.
YOLO push high? YOLO push high?
5 people left. Let's wait a bit.
All right, that's a call that I disagree with. 5 people left. 5 people left is the end of the game, right? That is the end of the game. So waiting, that doesn't help you at all. If you want to take high, this is the time to try to take it.
Can you cover?
Before this starts to get really tiny. The next zone is gonna be freaking tiny.
I shot him down.
Nice.
Oh, he saved it though. He saved it.
All right, here. I've got more health. I'll play heal game. If you want a YOLO. Oh fuck! I don't have more health now. I'm dead. Someone just knocked me down and got me. It's all you.
You had like a good 4 seconds to react to that dynamite. In a long amount of time. Guys, honestly, that was fucking amazing. That was amazing, guys. I know you lose this game, and I know you got second place, and I know you're probably super disappointed, but man, that was absolutely like, it wasn't perfect. I mean, obviously there were some faults that we've talked about, but like, that was so clean and so like, everything was calm, under control. The comms were amazing. Like, that was honestly, a round of applause. Everybody should watch that. What I'm gonna say though, like, I found little fault in like what you did specifically, but you guys have got to up the ante. You have to be faster. You have to use your mechanics, the mechanics that you learn. You got to playground more. You got to aim more. You got to do all of the stuff that people do to train, because you guys are the type of players who win based off of game sense and solid planning and communication and teamwork alone. Like, there's some of those players right now that are at the top. They have bad mechanics. They have trash mechanics, but they're winning everything because they have the best, most clear mindset when they're going through these games. And that's you guys. That is you guys. You just need to up those mechanics, because everything you do, while everything is accurate, everything is very perfect and precise, the speed and everything is just like, I don't know, it's just not there, right? You're sure you're not missing anything, but when you come up against somebody who has mechanics like Mitro, you're somebody with good mechanics, probably like really good mechanics, is just gonna bop you guys because he's way faster than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you guys have bad mechanics. Clearly your pathing mechanics are really good. They're just not fast. FMPL like a 40 team lobby. Yeah, that was beautiful. I'm gonna send this VOD to Elevate because I think he's gonna love this. Actually, you know what? One of you guys DM Elevate this VOD. Say Bala sent me. He said tell him to PM you this VOD because I learned from you. Tell him that. Say I learned this shit from you watching you and Bala and Cease review your VODs. He's gonna love that. Send that to him. Vivid is one that comes to mind. Yep, Vivid is definitely one that comes to mind. You can see, like, from summer skirmish to now, he's a mechanical beast. He really is. But he's one of those slow, calculated players where the mechanics won't come out unless he really needs it. You know what I'm saying? They won't come out unless he really, really needs it. He's like slow, calculated, but his decisions are fast. His reactions are fast. Like, what I'm talking about is like the dynamite at the end. Like, you had a good 4 seconds to recognize that it was happening, and you could have made a plan to stop it. But because that speed, that, I don't know, because of that, it made you guys, all of a sudden everything went to shit because of that. Yep. So that's the thing for players like you guys. The biggest thing is going to be trying to get some of the stuff that you're good at into rote. Like, when I play this game, I literally don't think except for positioning. All I think about is for positioning, and everything else, yeah, YouTube links are fine. Everything else is just coming. It just comes. My edits come, my plan fighting for high ground comes, my cones come out. They just come out of my hands. I literally don't do anything. And yeah. Oh, guys, seriously, thank you so much for that submission. That was awesome. We're over time right now. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna speed through this one, okay? I'm sorry, Fennec Sauce and the IG guys. We're gonna speed through this one because I'm way over time. I need to go. Actually, I'm supposed to be streaming a half hour, so that's awkward. I need to get some dinner. All right, we're gonna speed through this one. We're just gonna do the end game. Okay, so these guys are playing Atlanta Scrim. It's like pretty much a custom. I think this is the duo tournament. So yeah. Okay, the thing I would recommend there is as soon as your teammate gets that wall, you need to start spraying this. I don't care if you got the edit, just fucking break that shit down. You need to get in there and cause this guy hell, right? Because this edit's down, your teammate's shooting at him. Like, what can he do? If you start spraying through here, he might try to block you, but your teammate's shooting at him. So you already have the pinch executed. The pinch is perfectly executed. Both of you guys get walls, but as soon as your teammate gets it, you need to start shooting. Sorry. That's how you keep the pressure up. That was such a huge kill. Rift. Two launch pads at least. Yeah, or chug and shit. Nice high ground take. Zone, perfect. Nice. I would be focused on actually reinforcing this because it was a stairs push. So stairs pushes are a little harder, or a little easier to break down, especially a little easier to recognize that they're breakable. So I'd definitely be interested in connecting this. Definition of impact kill. Yep. Turn the comms up a little bit. I know it's in a different language, but we can speak Russian, right? Wait, that might not be Russian. Maybe. I think it's Russian.
Ja si to každý zobereme jednu stranu.
Kamol, hodně typku letí.
Nice protection. Ooh, nice. What is this guy doing? Why is he out of zone? I don't understand. Why is he out of zone with the plane? He must not actually be in there. Oh, sorry. Let me extend this video. He's not playing as back players, I think. Wait, yes he is? No. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, he's not playing his black bars.
Może leci dole. No nie wiem, trafić. Hej, już wyskoczył. Poczekaj, mam 270.
Jak mam ten skartek, to spomóż.
Pod nami to. Gdzie? Ja rifniemy, a ja zdobyłem ten grepor. Tutaj pod nami niekdzie. T-bag na 100. A czekaj, ja nie mogłem tak zapikować.
Ty na horus, no po prostu. To może.
So far, so good, man. I'm not necessarily sure about the rifts in this case. It's probably pretty good. This is a rotate that's gonna be really difficult because it's one of those long rotates, and it's gonna go right over the edge of Loot Lake, so it's gonna be right outside of Loot Lake. So if there's still people in the lake, it's gonna be really good. Nice. It's a really good call is to kind of go on people that are on high ground rather than staying in the air. You might as well take it, especially because that guy was a solo. So very nice. Way to connect. I don't know what this guy thinks he's doing. I think he thinks he has ultimate high, but he doesn't. Going right back over your turret. This is nice. The other thing that's good about landing on people and taking their high ground is because it gives you better opportunities for this kind of thing to happen, where you have a massive target that's actually being used, and that you can go back on. Nice. Did he really kill that guy? No way.
Yeah.
Do you know how many traps?
Dwa są chory.
Nice. Nice. This is good awareness of the people up above. This is really nice, building so far ahead, because he knows that if he doesn't spend these mats, he's never going to be able to spend them, so it's really good. I think you need to fork here a little bit more, so one person build out that way, one person build out that way, especially because you both have metal, so it's really easy to keep you guys up, and that will give you a better shot on these guys. I'm not sure why you decided to build back that way. That was really weird. So the plan here is to use the med kits. I'm not sure if you have a campfire, but that's probably going to go into your decision. I obviously can't hear the comms, but your teammates going down, you're staying up. This is really good, and especially because you have a good base of HP. I maybe wanted to swap. I maybe might swap you guys just because he has a little bit more. He's gonna be able to make it better. Oh, he came back up. Okay. Nice. Okay. Still 4 up. No, 2 up now. Going down a little bit and connecting. That's very nice. And then going down yourself. This is good that you go block him. Oh, you should just block him. Just forget him. Just block him. There's no reason for you to fight him because your biggest goal right now is not to take any damage because you guys have the heal game. But obviously, if you block him here, he's in trouble. I don't think there's any reason for you to go for the kill. Actually, it kind of depends because if you get this kill, now you guys can both go down and focus on the last guy. Because I assume they're a team, but they might not be. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, dirty. Yeah, at this point, the heal game should be off. You guys should just be trying to focus on 2v1ing this guy. Just because you have no idea what's going to happen. Nice. Nice. That was a beautiful pinch. Beautiful pinch. Beautiful pinch. Like, I don't even... There's not much to say about that game. I think there was a reason why I would have done that a little bit different, or I would have picked this VOD. I think there was probably some stuff that I wanted to talk about in mid game and early game, but this end game was really nice. Just maybe the decision making at the end, like, no, you know what? It was really good. That was clean. It was clean. Clean. All right, cool. Can you look over mine? Just end game. I can take my own notes. LOL. Nah, man. Hopefully next week we'll be able to get to your VOD. Sorry. We're gonna be done. We're gonna be doing the pop-up cup in 15 minutes, so I gotta go eat. Why do you feel the need of doing a doc for the VOD? Because sometimes VODs get really good and really big, and it makes people allowed to follow and reference, and I just think I can explain things a little bit better in notes sometimes. And yeah. All right, boys. Let's see what else was there. Any questions? No. Before we do that, let's end the YouTube video. So, guys, I'm gonna say bye to YouTube. Say bye to YouTube, everybody in chat. Guys, if you like that, please make sure you are submitting your VODs if you're interested in getting your VOD reviewed every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and you can submit. There's information in my Discord. It's in the description below. But if you did like that, please like, subscribe, follow me on my social medias, Twitter, Instagram, join my Discord, and we'll be back with more content just like this. Peace.